there's the squirrel again. Thus, continuing the question of...
are really starting to freak me out.
Well, fine then, I just won't talk. This sequence here runs just a little bit too long, I've been told. Other than him holding it. Just listen to that music. That's awesome. The music is and the squirrel are the best parts of this movie, I swear. Oh, also a little side note for you. Technically, we shot the movie in black and white. This is not a filter that's been added to it. It was shot originally in black and white. The only thing I added to it was I had Eric in editing tack on this kind of film degrade to it. Mostly because I liked it in Grindhouse and I thought it fit. The kind of feel we were going for is this is an older movie that's been rediscovered and attempted to be remastered. That shot of the squirrel we keep seeing is actually just a screenshot. It is not actually video. I like this here. Excellent. This movie took people do not understand that weird little pyramid-y stacking thing that we just saw. And the truth of the matter is it has no point. None whatsoever. Fancy Diet Right Cola. Another Bob and Rob reference. It's a little thing of rubber bands. You can see it just off to the left, near the left corner of the screen. I just thought it would look weird, so I stuck it there. The music here is really good, especially when it transitions over to him looking at the squirrel. It has a neat little tweak. This is the one sequence that did not run the way I scripted it. Originally, he was supposed to bite off a piece of chip, chew it once, twice, sip, and then repeat. But, due to Mr. Pritchett having braces at the time, which he got off a week after we finished shooting this thing, he had to chew it very carefully and do this kind of weird thing with it, so couldn't chew it the way I asked for it. But hey, it still looks effective. It just makes the sequence run just a little bit too long to me, but I couldn't hack it down because it was all continuously taked, making it a little complicated, but still look cool. And it adds my favorite scare of the whole movie right here. This gets audiences a lot. And now we start tossing in the supernatural elements of the squirrel. Good acting here. Mr. Pritchett is an actor who I've worked with several times who he never ever disappoints. We had a little bit of extra lighting on the squirrel for that shot. And behind Pritchett, you could see it. It was the script copy. I have this weird little gag. And I don't think we don't usually intend it, but it always winds up being there's a copy of the script being in the frame. I love the squirrel rocking there.
That's all there is to it.
Or are you? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here comes my big cameo. In one of the sequence I wanted to scare everybody. My voice. Police still search for clues in the baffling mysteries surrounding the deaths behind FBI agent Lee Johnson and known assassin Gordon. The funny thing to it is what I'm talking about there is I'm actually reading off the events of Recovery, talking about the big investigation that goes on after Johnson and Stryker's deaths. This is cool here. This took 5 takes to get him to react properly to the screen going off. Extra lighting on the squirrel to make him freaky. That was a cool sound. That was actually me again, making little mouth noises, and then Valerie messed with it in editing. Okay, at this point, we are now shooting day 2. Actually, after the sequence when it transitions to the bathroom, it's day 2. The light up in the corner makes it look like daytime just then was actually that big light I was telling you about. We can see Mr. Pritchett here is reading upside down the first issue of Ultimate Spider-Man. Yeah, it was funny. This I kind of... Eric wishes me to clarify this. If it looks like my house is just turned backwards, it has. We had to shoot this upside down. The way it was shot was I put the camera on the tripod, held the tripod upside down, and ran with it. And Eric told me ahead of time that, you know, we can just flip it in editing, and it'll look just right. Well, it didn't, actually. It looked like a mirror image, and according to him, he couldn't find a way to fix it. It was just kind of stuck that way. Well, about a week after we released the movie, I get the email of, hey, I actually found the filter that would have fixed it. Should we back up and try again? And I said, no, forget it. Just run with it.